The Winter Olympics ended with a bang. Host nation Russia finished with the most medals as the Sochi Games closed after 17 days of competition. The biggest success, though, may have been the security, as the threat of terrorism overshadowed the Games in the weeks running up to the opening day. Jim Spellman joins us now with all the details.
Susan, the focus during Sochi was right where organizers wanted it, away from controversy and on the athletes. The Sochi Winter Olympic Games opened under a cloud of concern. Would security measures be enough to keep fans and athletes safe? Were the venues and accommodations ready? Would politics overshadow the athletics? With the Games complete, it's clear the Sochi Olympics have been largely a success.
The response we get from all the different participants is really overwhelmingly positive.
There were a few rough patches along the way. The weather didn't always cooperate, leaving some slopes without much snow, and pictures like this one, tweeted by a U.S. athlete after he was forced to kick a hole in a door, went viral, creating an impression of shabbiness behind the glamour. But the Games, estimated to cost $51 billion, avoided most of the pitfalls that threatened to take the focus off the athletes. There was no violence to threaten Sochi's so-called Ring of Steel, the massive security operation that included some 40,000 security officers. Expected protests over gay rights never materialized. And elsewhere, events like the unrest in the Ukraine barely caused a ripple in Sochi. The loudest unscripted moment came when the political activists and punk band Pussy Riot showed up to shoot a video and were roughed up and even horsewhipped by a Russian Cossack. Russian President Vladimir Putin closely associated himself with the Games, attending many events to support Russian athletes.
Mr. Putin has been playing an important role in the preparation of these Games. Only with his efforts by the government and by the Russian people, such a big success was possible.
And it was a very good year for the home team, with Russia bringing home 33 medals total, including 13 gold. The U.S. was next with 28 medals, Norway with 26. The next Olympics will be the 2016 Summer Games in Brazil, followed by the 2018 Winter Games in South Korea. Susan, I love the Winter Olympics. How about you? You like winter or summer?
Oh, I like the winter. The downhill skiing, you wonder how those people can fly down the mountain with the best accuracy.
It's very interesting. When you look at the medal count here, these are all traditional long-time powerhouses. But we could see some new competition for some of these sports, especially in some of the newer sports, the snowboarding sports, ski cross, the things in the half pipe. Today, as they were winding things up, the head of the Chinese delegation for Olympic athletes said that they haven't been able to compete against these long-time European countries with these long traditions of downhill skiing, but they feel like they can be a force for these newer events, often that originated in the U.S., so we may see some new players on this top rung of medal winners come 2018.
We know where they're the strongest, on the table tennis court, obviously, and in gymnastics.
So they'll be able to show that off in Brazil. Brazil this year has the World Cup, and in 2016 they'll have the Summer Olympics again. You can bet that they've been paying close attention to how Russia has dealt with the pluses and the minuses of the Sochi Olympics as they get ready for these two major events.
That's right, and congrats to the Russians for putting on a first-class event. They had all the money in the world behind them, but they did it and it went off without a hitch.
Very glad.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim Spellman.